discussion is on The Great Stone Face 2. About the author, this story is written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. He was a 19th century American novelist and short story writer. His work was often focused on history, morality, and religion. He was born in 1804 in Salem, Massachusetts. He is seen as the key figure in the development of American literature for his tales of the nation's colonial history. Shortly after graduating from Bowdoin College, Hawthorne changed his name to Hawthorne. Introduction: a classic piece of American fiction mixed mellowness of humanism with the magnificence of art. Ernest, an unschooled dweller of the valley, has a close affinity with the stone face atop the hill. He resembles the splendid stone face, not someone for all his wealth, not someone else for all his heroic deeds, and not someone else yet again for his poetic and sublime ideas. It is none other than Ernest who personifies a rare blend of basic simplicity, practical wisdom, and deep love for humanity. Summary: Ernest still lived in his native valley. He was very simple and kind hearted man. He always worked for the noble cause and betterment of the world. He was rich in thought and humble for the ordinary people. With the passage of time, he became old. He became famous all over the world due to his thoughts. People came from a distant place to meet him and see him. A new poet grew up on earth while Ernest was growing old. The poet was a native of Ernest Valley and stayed miles away from the valley for a long time. The poet heard about Ernest's character. One day he came to meet him at his door. Ernest was reading a book and glaring lovely at the mountain from time to time. The poet stayed at Ernest's house for a night. The great stone face looked like the poet, but the poet felt that Ernest is kind, gentle, and wise. Ernest used to talk with his neighbor every evening. The poet felt that Ernest's poetry is of the noble kind than his own poems. Just then the poet saw Great Stone Face. Important questions. Question 1: how was Ernest different from others in the valley? The wise thoughts of Ernest made him different from others in the valley. Ernest was well known in his valley and had become famous even beyond the valley. College professors and even the active men of cities came from far to see and converse with him. He received them with gentle sincerity and spoke freely with them of whatever came uppermost or lay deepest in his heart or their own. Question 2: why did Ernest think the poet was like the stone face? When Ernest read his poems, he hoped that the poet was like the stone face. The poet had celebrated the great stone face in his poems. Ernest believed that the poet's thoughts were worthy of him, bearing resemblance to the stone face. Question 3: what did the poet himself say about his thoughts and poems? The poet said that Ernest could hear the distinct voice of the heavenly song in his thoughts and poems. However, the poet felt that his own life had not corresponded with his thoughts. He had grand dreams, but they had been only dreams. Sometimes he even lacked faith in his own thoughts. Question 4: what made the poet proclaim Ernest was the stone face? When Ernest was addressing the inhabitants of the valley, the poet realized that the life and character of Ernest were nobler than his work of poetry. At a distance, high up in the golden light of the setting sun, the great stone face appeared with white mist around it, similar to the white hair around the brow of Ernest. At that moment, Ernest's face took on an expression so grand that the poet proclaimed that Ernest was the stone face. Thank you.